Welcome to the ArmaniTalks YouTube channel. I'm your host, ArmaniTalks. In this channel, I'm covering communication skills to help you level up your way with words and become much more articulate. If this is your first time on the channel, welcome aboard. Every single day of the week, I'm dropping brand new content on how to improve your writing skills, speaking skills, social skills, and much more. Join the tribe by hitting that subscribe button right on below. Hit that bell notification and never miss another video again. In today's episode, we are going to be breaking down high productive, quiet workers. You would imagine that if you are a very productive person within the workspace, and let's just say you keep to yourself, it shouldn't be that much of a problem, right? Wrong. Time and time again, people who are really good at what they do for a living and they are quiet, they report these strange experiences about how they get nasty looks from their coworkers. The coworkers are so busy whining. They're trading in productivity just so they can whine a little bit more. And they are somewhat offended that you are not whining with them. A big part of socializing in the corporate space is to understand how to strategically whine. Where you talk about how you don't like certain mannerisms of your coworkers, where you talk about why this manager is not good, why that manager is not good, how you hate the company. Apparently, this is a skill set. And there have been times where I was working with coworkers. There was this one guy in my last job, Asian guy, glasses, very skinny. His shirt would always be wrinkled. Despite his poor appearance, he was an amazing coder. And I thought, this guy is great to have on the team. He never brings any drama. Whatever you need him to do, he will always do. And on a one-on-one scenario, he's going to suggest brilliant ideas. No drama, super competent. I'm thinking that all the other team members are going to like him. But no, the other team members would pull me aside and other people aside and be like, yo, what's good with Jason, man? How come Jason doesn't ever talk to anyone? He's really arrogant, right? He's really, really arrogant. That's the label that a lot of high productive, quiet workers get. They think they're too good for people. Now, here's how to understand high productive, quiet workers. If you are one of their teammates or even their manager, and if you are a high productive, quiet worker, here's how you should behave. So let's break down this one first. Let's say you have a coworker that is super productive, just keeps to themselves, they work and that's about it. The reason that they behave like this is because their job is simply a way for them to get money. They're not coming to the job to socialize, be buddy-buddy with random people. Chances are they've been burnt in the past because they started to share too much of their personal lives with their coworkers. Maybe they never even got burnt. They're just thinking, it's none of your business. I don't come to work to be buddy-buddy with you guys. I don't want to go to these work parties and stuff. I just want to come, get my paycheck, and then my real life begins once I leave work. That's how you need to understand them. They're not necessarily cocky. They just want to do a good job so they can go home. And if you're managing these people, you never want to straight up tell them in front of everyone that they're quiet. Because whenever you call people quiet in front of others, they just either become more quiet or they start to force conversation in a very jaggedy motion, which does not seem authentic. Instead, just ask them more questions in public scenarios, ask them their input in certain things, and naturally they will start to open up a little bit more. This is for one side. If you're either managing a quiet, productive worker or if you're teammates with them, just understand that they just want the money so they can leave. They just want to do a good job so they can leave. Now, if you are a really productive, quiet worker, it's unfortunate, but people are eventually going to start thinking, like, what's wrong? Why are you so standoffish? How come everyone else is talking but not you? And people really do get upset about this, where I believe if you have built that reputation for yourself right now, this reputation is not permanent. You could always change it, but to change it, it takes at least 3 to 4 weeks. Where within this next 3 to 4 weeks, what you want to do is you want to be the person that's just going up and breaking the ice with people. It could even be something super small. But when you start breaking the ice with them, like, hey, Luis, I like your outfit. I notice you always dress in a certain way where it's like, were you ever a nurse before? Because you're wearing scrubs, and I could swear that scrubs were for the nursing field. You asked a certain question, now Luis is responding back to you. That could be it. That could be the only conversation topic that you do with Luis that day, or with any coworkers that day. But at least you broke the ice. And now Luis's interpretation of you is, he came to me. Rather than me going up to him, he came to me. And you keep doing that with different coworkers, just one convo a day where you just approach them first. You even say hello first, but you don't just stop at a hello, where a lot of quiet, high productive workers, they just get in the habit of just saying hello and thinking that's enough. That's not doing enough to sway the perception. And if you don't want to sway the perception, it is what it is. Like, you don't really even have to. You're going into the job to do a good job. But for a lot of people, it begins to bother them because they're being overlooked for career opportunities. So just keep going up to people, just randomly, just creating some conversations with them. By 3 to 4 weeks, you're no longer perceived as that high productive, quiet guy. You're seen as a high productive guy, and your reputation is back on track. So in the real world, you would think that if you're good at your job, that's all you need to do. But unfortunately, in the real world, what happens is a lot of people just get really upset when you're super productive and you're quiet. I think a part of them, they're also jealous because they're like, how come I'm not as productive? Oh, I'm not as productive because I'm a whiner. I spend 75% of my day just whining. But they don't want to admit that. They just want to take out their aggression on you. And you, unfortunately, just have to deal with it because you're in this environment, and environment often influences a lot of opportunity. So proceed accordingly. If you enjoyed today's talk and you want to get more insights like this into communication skills, be sure to sign up for the ArmaniTalks free daily newsletter. Within this newsletter, you will learn much more about public speaking, social skills, listening skills, and much more. Join the tribe by going on ArmaniTalks.com/newsletter and sign up today. Thank you very much for joining me, and I'll catch you next time.